Hey guys, today we start with a new series of formulas which are logical formulas. Now, this is very important topic in the sense all these logical formulas are vastly used in data cleaning or in any kind of decision making data analysis that you need to have. Uh, Out of the formulas which you are seeing right now on the board or on the screen, if is the majorly used one. If error and or are used in probably in connection with if. We'll see this how. Let's start with this formula so that we understand it one by one by taking on some use cases. Okay. We start with if and ifs as of now. So what does if do? Yeah. If is basically used to return a true or false value depending depending on the condition that you give to the formula. So how does if gives you this kind of output? So the formula itself tells us, let's see the syntax is equal to if, then I'll open the bracket. It asks me for a logical expression. Now, logical expression means I'm trying to evaluate something. So suppose I want to say, I want to find out whether 1 is equal to 1. Yeah. 1 is equal to 1 or 1 equal to 2. Let's see. And it comes with a true value. So if 1 is equal to 2, then I will say return yes. So if I put any string as a return value, you need to put it in double quotes. Yeah. And comma, I also need to specify the false value. Yes. Without which the formula is incomplete. Because if the formula evaluates to false, then there is nothing to show. So I'll say no. So I'll specify as n for that. And I'll close the bracket. Yeah. So it is showing me that this formula has evaluated to false because 1 is never equals to 2. Yeah. Yes. So I can write this way as well. 2 and the second value is false. Yes. So it is false. If I check 1 is equal to 1, is 1 equal to 1? Yes. So it will return you true. Yes. So you need to be very careful that you have the false value as well inputted while you're trying to run this formula. It's very, very important. People do tend to forget the false value and the formula comes with an error. Yes. So just to remember, if returns one value, if a logical expression is true, and another if it is false, which we have seen right now. So let's take some example, very live example. So suppose there is a student database where I have their marks and I want to know whether they have passed or failed their exams. Yeah. So probably there are four students, C and D. One has received 45 marks, one has received 65 marks, one has received 85 marks, and one has received 95 marks. I'm just taking any random marks for my calculations. Yes. Now, what I'll do is, if I want to know if this person has failed or passed, so there is a benchmark always. Suppose I say 45 marks is my passing criteria. Yes, 45 marks. Just keep this. Yes, 45 marks is my passing criteria. I keep this as 35, so someone should fail. I do not want anyone, but uh, we'll take this as a criteria. So I want to know who has passed or which has failed. Now these are only four students, so you are easily able to tell, "Arey yaar, this is this guy A has received only 35 marks, so this is the person who should have failed." But just try and understand any kind of university or a school having thousands and thousands of students, and we want to know who has passed or failed. No one would go through the data individually and try to find out. So that's why we need to have a formula. So how do we put the formula? So I'll say is equal to, if, I'll open the bracket and I'll say F2. Yeah. If this is greater than or equal to passing criteria, which is 45. So F2 is greater than I2. Then it will say as pass, or it will tell me as fail. I'll open the close the brackets. So this is fail. Let's see for so this passing criteria is the same for every student. It's not different for different students, right? So let's see whether it evaluates to true for everyone. Oh, so everyone has passed except the student A. So now, even if I change this number, suppose I make it 65, so it will turn to true. Yeah, the formula automatically evaluates itself. I make this 75 as 43, so it is fail. Yes. So if condition is used to give a logical expression and try to find out whether it is true, false, or can be used for some other formulas. So I can also say if this is fail, if this is pass, if F2 is greater than I2, you say give him additional 5 marks. Yeah. So I'll say F2 plus 5 marks more. And if he has failed, it will be F2 minus 5 marks. Yes. So you see here, instead of pass or fail, it has added whoever has passed has got 5 marks more and his total has gone to 70. Whoever has failed, his 5 marks have been deducted and his total has come to 38. So you can use, instead of those true or false, you can use some other formulas which you want to evaluate based on the true or false conditions. Yes. So this if formula is very, very important and you really need to practice this hard, because if is this is not only used in terms of finding out single expression, but we also use nested if to have multiple criteria. Yeah. Right now, just keep it as it is, the pass or fail, because we'll require this particular data also for our next formula, which is ifs. Yes. I'll just move this passing criteria here. So I hope you understood what is if. Yeah. Let's understand what is ifs now. Now, what ifs does is it evaluates multiple criteria. Yeah. So the formula for ifs is equal to ifs. Now here, just to point to note is, here we are able to use only one condition, logical expression, on which it is deriving whether it is true or false. But imagine a case where I want to find grades of the students. Yes, through a single formula. Yeah. suppose for an example, I'll give first tell you the syntax of ifs. So syntax of ifs is when you want to evaluate multiple conditions. Okay. So ifs is used when you want to evaluate multiple condition and return a value that corresponds to that condition. Yeah. So if that particular value is true, then it will show you the answer for it. So how it is done is equal to if I'll add a condition. So I'll say if D2 is equal to 45. Let me not do here. Let me use the same here. Let's have a grade for this particular data. Yeah, this is a practical scenario where you have grade based on the marks that you get. Yes. Now suppose is equal to ifs. Yeah. I'll specify the first condition. Yeah. If the student that is marks that he is getting is greater than 90, he gets a honors. Yeah. Yeah. If he gets this F2, it is greater than how much should I give? 75. It gives me a distinction. Yeah. Or there could be another scenario. If he is getting marks which is greater than or equal to 60, then it could be a first class. Yeah. Or if this condition, if this particular student marks is greater than or equal to our passing criteria was 45, right? So I'll say 45, which is second class. Yes. And lastly, it will evaluate to a fail. Yes. So I will mention it as fail. I'll press enter. Okay, I need to give, I said formula, if F2, I need to give a condition, right? So I forgot to give the condition for fail. It's less than 45, then it would be fail, right? So this is first class. As we see the formula, let's see the formula once again. I'll make this screen a little bigger so you see the formula that we have typed in here. Okay, not able to make this screen a little bigger. Just give me 1 minute. Let's see whether I can increase the zoom of the screen. Yes, great. Let's see this if condition. This is very important. That's why I want to just concentrate on the if condition that we have written right now. So what I'm saying is for if, let's see for if what we have done, we have added the condition and we have checked whether it has passed or failed, and we are able to evaluate only one condition. While in ifs, I'm able to evaluate multiple conditions. So I can say if the student is scoring more than 90 marks, he will get honors as his grade. If he is getting greater than 75, which is greater than 75 but less than 90, because 90 we have already given as honors. So less than 90, it will give less than 90, and greater than 75, it will give distinction, and less than 75 and greater than equal to 60, it will give first class, less than 60 and greater than 45, it will give second class, and if it is less than 45, it will mark the student as fail. Yes? So let's see whether our formula is working or not. I'll just zoom my screen back to my normal screen, which is 100%. Yeah. So it has given first class. So let me drag this formula down. So it is very easy. Probably I have shown this earlier. You can drag this formula like this. You have to go on this small dot which is next to the cell, and as soon as you bring your cursor there, it will turn into a plus sign, and you have to drag it down. Yes. So you can see here 65 marks, which is greater than 60. Yeah. So it has got first class. 95 has got honors, because anything above 90 is said to be honors. Anything above 75 is distinction, which we have not tried, but we can add one more student, which is E, probably, and give him 75 marks or 78, probably greater than 70. So he gets a distinction. And anything below 45 is considered to be fail. Yes? So this is how you can use if and ifs for your pursuit, so that you can come out with lot of logics towards calculating or bringing out some important characters in the data and segment the data. I usually use if and ifs to segment or classify a particular section of the data, because if you see there are 1,000 records. Here I have just got 5 records, but if there are 1,000 records, it would be difficult for any person, any damn person, to just keep on writing pass first class, pass second class, fail, fail. So it is very difficult for them to evaluate this many conditions. But we have just used 2 formulas and we were able to do it. Now, even if I push this records to thousands or lakhs, I can just drag this formula and use it to mark the particular record or segment or classify my data which is available. Yeah. So this is very important formula. I am again stressing on this because this is very, very important formula in terms of evaluating your data or getting a very important aspect of your data into analysis. Usually, I use this sales in sales since my background is sales. So I use these formulas to classify my products, classify my sales team, who is performer, who is not performer, who is average performers, classify my customers, who are my A grade customers, who are my B grade customers, who are my E grade customers, where I need to generate more value. I also use this to classify my campaigns in marketing. So you can use if a lot of way in order to derive a logical output of out of a data, as we have done right now. Yeah. Hope you this helps you in coming out with a lot of analysis. Yeah. Thank you so much.